Previously on Docs Outside the Box.
I saw this video that was put out by an OB doc. I want you to really go into depth about what is going on here.
It sounds like what this doctor did was he took a pair of scissors and essentially cut a 4th degree laceration, or episiotomy in this case, after the patient delivered. So not to facilitate delivery, just so that he could have the resident practice a 4th degree laceration or episiotomy repair, which is egregious, unethical, immoral. Frankly, it's assault.
Yeah, we got to move on. Let's move to a different subject. Let's have a little fun. Let's have fun. Guys, on the way back from St. Louis, our plane had mechanical issues. Long story short, listen, the plane wasn't planing and we could not get on the plane and we had to delay our flight by a day. And while we delayed our flight by a day, we're like, listen, we ain't got the kids. We ain't got shit to do. Let's go watch a movie. And we went to go see the movie called Sinners. This is a movie by Mr. Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
Right? So I'm going to list this real quick. I'm going to say this real quick. Like, my favorite director my favorite director of all time is Spike Lee. Right? Just because I feel like I've grown up with this guy, right? Ever since I was a kid, like before the age of 10. Well, actually 10. Yeah, 10 was when I snuck in to go see School Days, right? But for me, like, what really like did it for me was Do the Right Thing, right? I love Do the Right Thing.
Where my poster, Gina? Where my poster, Gina?
Love, hate. You know what I'm saying? I love Do the Right Thing. I loved Malcolm X. Like, those are masterpieces to me.
X was
like, to me,
excellent.
To me, a masterpiece is you watch a movie. You ain't even got to watch a movie a whole bunch of times, but you watch a movie and you know, like, this is perfect. There ain't nothing I would change about it. My second favorite director, you already know, everybody knows, Christopher Nolan, Batman. To me, the masterpiece is
The Dark Knight,
which is part 2. Part 2, that's an amazing movie. Inception, right? Amazing movie. That's another masterpiece.
Yeah.
Memento.
Oh,
another
shout
masterpiece.
Out. Yeah, Memento.
So I gotta be honest. He's got 3 masterpieces
told us
in
about
my
that
rooms.
one in med school. Yeah.
They're like, you go and you watch those movies and you know absolutely nothing needs to be changed about these movies. Now, I actually put Inception higher than the Batman, higher than the Dark Knight, because Inception is a pure original story that he wrote. The Dark Knight is based off of comic books, right? Which brings me back to Coogler. So he's had some really good movies. I'd have to say his masterpiece was or is Black Panther.
The first one.
Because there's nothing from part 1. There's nothing I would change about that movie. That movie's perfect.
Yeah.
From the storyline to the visuals to the graphics to everything, it's perfect. Ain't nothing I would change about that. So, brings me up to this movie called Sinners, right? We saw it together. You didn't know anything about this movie.
I did not.
Before. I'm actually quite shocked.
I did not. I didn't see previews. I don't know what I was doing, but I was under a rock.
Yeah, I
was under a rock.
I've seen the trailers. And initially, when I first saw the trailer, I was like, "Oh, this is Dusk Till Dawn, basically," and that's a disservice.
right? It's
Dusk
not
Till
Dusk
Dawn.
Till
If
Dawn.
you guys don't remember, Dusk Till Dawn? That's with Quentin Tarantino and what's that guy, the pretty boy,
George
Clooney, right? 2 criminals, and they end up, at this brothel, but the brothel is full of vampires, and y'all know what's that, right? But this ain't that. So the way how I recapped it, I put into 4 things that I loved about this. The visuals, I'm telling you guys right now, the visuals for this movie, ridiculous. And for what I heard, Renee, like, we actually missed out. We should have saw this in IMAX.
Time to go back.
Right. So the visuals for this movie are ridiculous. Like, there's plenty of scenes, particularly in the first half of the movie, where they're just driving through, and the details to visuals, they're driving through cotton fields. And as they're talking, like, you can't help but listen to the dialogue, right? And listen to or see the chemistry between one actor and another actor, and then just tell, like, the grandiosity of these cotton fields, right? Or just, like, the train station and people walking by and the dynamics that you see that you just can't hide, right? Like you can tell, like he's really trying to be as real as possible of what you would expect to see in Mississippi in 1932.
Mm-hmm.
It is
Yeah.
amazing. The music, oh my God, the music is
Mm-hmm.
phenomenal, right? The acting, y'all want to see some top-notch acting?
Michael
This one
B.
right here.
Jordan.
Yeah, he did some
Hey,
top-notch. Yeah,
yo.
top-notch,
I
top-notch.
love, hold on,
And for me,
before you go on, there's a scene, and they do this scene twice. Once in the beginning, well, once during the movie and then once towards the end. But when he first hears Preacher Boy sing and the way he looks at him,
while they're
oh
driving,
my
yeah.
God. I absolutely love that scene. Like, when I tell you love that, I just love how Michael B. Jordan just looks at him. It's like he doesn't say anything, but his face says everything. I just love that scene.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to tell you, Michael B. Jordan, to me now, is at this point, like, I put him in the Leo stage. I put him in, I mean, can we put him in Denzel stage also? I
Yeah,
mean, like,
he's there.
he
He's
is,
there.
like, serious actor
He's there.
now. Serious actor. Not like, action star, like Tom Cruise, we're gonna make action movies and it's just my pretty face and all that stuff. Like, no, like, this is, like, serious
Yeah, he's
acting.
there.
Like, he plays a twin, y'all, right? And as you all know, like I grew up watching Knight Rider, right? Like Michael Knight and Garth, right? Like they're two separate characters. Like one is Michael Knight and one is completely crazy. Like this is not that, right? Like the only way you could tell a difference between a twin and back in the days is to have someone act one way and then have the twin act a completely different way. This ain't that, right? Like there are subtle nuances
How he
between
is.
the
Yes.
twins and how he plays one character versus the
Yes.
other, and then Delroy Lindo,
Oh,
and then
I
Preacher
love
Boy,
me
and
some West Indian Archie.
even the what do you call it? Even the villain.
Mm-hmm.
The villain is good as
Yeah.
hell.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
What's his name again? What's the villain's
I don't
name? I
remember his
forgot his
name.
name.
I don't remember his name.
But yo, the head vampire, bro. He's got the charisma. He's got the same amount, equal parts of just what's the word I want to use?
Mm-hmm.
Aggressiveness. Also, he's very good in this
Charisma,
role. And the
yes, and
story,
aggressiveness. Yeah.
yeah, the story is amazing
Yeah.
too. The story is really good, guys. This is a very
Yeah.
good story, and I would see this movie again. So those are the four things that I really loved about this movie. Now, I'm gonna say that this is not a masterpiece.
It was so close though.
I get,
So
yeah, it's
he
so close.
almost, there were just, I feel like
Yeah.
all the elements were there. Like, honestly, I feel like if he could redo it, he actually wouldn't have to change much of anything. Honestly, he would just have to change dialogue, not even add scenes, not even, like, he wouldn't even have to add scenes. He had all the scenes, he had all the elements, he had all of the story, even some of what should have been backstory. Like, he wouldn't even have to add scenes. It would just be add this dialogue.
Yeah, there's a lot of exposition in there,
Right?
which is you talk, and you don't really show sometimes. To me, the biggest issue, and I thought about it, it's not the scene that me and you
Mm-hmm.
talked about. So, guys, there's this scene
Don't
that
spoil it.
is, there's a scene that's amazing, right? I'm a big fan of it, but I'm not that big of a fan of it, but it's a great scene. That's not the issue with me. I know that that's an issue, but the issue is the pacing, particularly the pacing of the show when the vampires come.
Yeah.
That I just, it kind of falls a little bit to me. I didn't like it, and the timing of it's like they spend 15 minutes really kind of getting through the night, and it's like I need to
I
still go a
feel
little bit longer, or I
right.
need to know.
Right.
I need to
Right.
know.
So you
So that
mentioned
part I didn't.
From Dusk Till Dawn, right?
Yeah,
And
but this is not.
no,
This is not that. No,
this is not it. But it could have
no.
taken a cue from Dusk Till Dawn, in that Dusk Till Dawn gives the time that it needs to build, right? To build up to the vampires, and then the time from that to get to the end of the movie is like,
Yeah.
it like that director gives enough time. And I feel like there was too much time in the beginning of Sinners and not enough time, with the vampires.
Well, that's because they were trying to be ambitious. Like you can tell, like you know how like you're like this is a really phenomenal movie. Like you can see from the beginning that they're trying to make this a very ambitious
Mm-hmm.
movie, and that's where I'm just like, okay, I give him credit
Yeah.
for that, right? Like the amount of time he took in character
Yeah.
building, the amount of time he took in setting the visuals, the amount of time he talked in exposition. Even though I wish they'd shown you more instead of
Mhm.
just kind of talking and stuff about the
Right.
history of the
Right.
twins, the father, and his why he's such a bad
Mm-hmm.
person. Like all of these things, they really spend a lot of time, and I agree with you.
Yeah.
Like if they had spent equal parts, me, I don't even care if the movie is longer, but
Right.
just that part
Right.
I didn't like.
Right.
But I'm gonna tell you something right now. Like this, to me, because it's original,
Yeah.
because of all those other things, I give it.
So
It's one of the best movies I've seen in a couple of
the
years. It's one of the best
creativity,
movies I've seen in a couple of years.
the
Yeah.
creativity, I think that Ryan Coogler has with introducing very very nuanced social dynamics is amazing, right?
Yeah,
Because
because in Black Panther, he raised the issue of African Americans versus
right,
Africans, right?
right.
And that issue there that other people may not be aware of,
Yeah,
right? And he put it right in the middle of the
yeah.
movie, and it was like, this
This
makes
makes sense.
sense, right?
Yeah,
This makes a
yeah.
lot of sense.
And
Yeah,
he does the same thing here. I think there are a lot of different dynamics here, but he does, obviously racism, right? Colonialism, right? Or colonization, I should say, rather, right? Colonization. I feel like there's a quick moment of feminism, right? The dynamic between white women and black women. There's like a brief moment right there. There's what I took from it also was, what does it mean to have allies and the competing interests that you might have with your allies, you know?
yeah,
Um it's just amazing. Secular music versus religious music. Like he hits on
yeah. He
so
he he throws
many,
in
yeah, so many
he
social factors.
he hits on those social issues without screaming it out at you. This is the message. It's just like, oh,
Right.
yeah, that does happen in real life.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. And then you see another example in the movie. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah. I see what the
Right.
vampires represent.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what grade would you give this movie?
Oh, I give it an A minus. Even though there are things,
Hmm.
there are things that I honestly, there are things that I wish that he could be like, well, I'll just do this movie over and then I'll introduce these things to it. Because I think then it would be a masterpiece. But
Yeah, don't take your kids to go see this movie.
yeah.
There's a lot of sex in this movie.
No,
Holy.
there's like, well, that's true. There is a lot of sex in the movie. Well, there's two scenes.
Yeah,
Well, there's three scenes. Yeah, there's three sex scenes in the movie. And then all the vampire stuff. It's really graphic.
yeah.
But
Our boy can't make it through Thriller. Yeah. Yeah.
No, he needs to make it through. We should have started out. Should have started him out with Indian Thriller. I love that.
Oh
Goli
yeah.
man, Goli man. Hit it, Alfred. Goli man.
You're making Alfred's job harder. I give it an A minus
Yeah,
also. I give it an A
yeah.
minus. It's very good. I want to see it again. because I think there's some words that I missed. Oh, guys, post-credit scene. There's a post-credit scene. So everybody who got up when the credits started rolling, you missed out on the true ending. And actually, we missed out on the end credit scene also.
Yeah.
So once the credits are done, are all done, there's another scene that happens at the end. So
yeah, two post credit scenes. So we only missed one because I figured there was another one coming. Because of the way that it ended.
Listen.
I was like, nah, he's gonna give us a little bit more like he did with Black Panther. But then he gave us one more again.
This is a good movie. Everybody, listen, go see that movie.
Sinners.
It's a good movie. I think you'll thoroughly enjoy it.
I loved it.
I think you'll enjoy that movie. It's fun. It's deep. It'll make you kind of like pause. It'll make you think about things.
Yeah.
Great movie. I definitely recommend. I'm gonna go see it. We're gonna go see it again. We're gonna try to see it on IMAX and go from there. So
I just love it.
Hey, listen, guys, that's the end of the show. We got a jet because the stats show that you don't stick all the way to the end. So we just gonna end it right here. But listen,
well, but now we're breaking up the content. Oh, before you guys go, listen. So who was it? Was it Dr. Love? And somebody else had said that they really like the format that we're doing right now, where we break up the segments into different episodes.
Well, whoever said that, thank you very much. And it took me a while to figure out to do that, and
really,
I decided to do that. So guys,
really, so you're just gonna take the credit for that. You're gonna take the credit.
Docs Outside
Don't
the
try
Box.
to talk over me.
All right, Joy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Peace. We'll catch you guys on the next episode.
It was my idea.
Bye.
It was my idea. Thank you.